Andre, what are you doing here?
I thought I'd keep Beatrice company.
Andre took me to the cinema.
What did you see, Nosferatu?
George.
Andre, we need your help.
Of course.
What do you want him to do?
That symbol on the scarf?
Yes?
Cesaro recognized it instantly.
It's the coat of arms of the St. Stephen chapter of the Templars.
My God.
What?
I always thought it was just a story.
Look, Andre, tell us what you know.
Tell us, chérie.
The St. Stephen chapter was reputed to have escaped the Inquisition by hiding in secret chambers. Somewhere in Paris. No one knew where, though previously they had their base near the old church at Montfaucon.
Maybe I can find a clue in the old Templar meeting place.
What do you mean?
The Templars used to meet in secret in the catacombs there.
Of course.
There's more.
Go on.
It involves the founding of the chapter.
We don't have time for tales, Andre.
Listen, Nico, if there's one thing I've come to realize, it's that you can't have too much information. Carry on, Andre.
Thank you, George. When the Templars were in possession of the Temple Mount in Israel, they discovered a holy relic. A young knight, Stephan, was given the task of transporting it secretly to France. He traveled north through Galilee and then headed to the coast where he boarded a ship destined for the river Po. Making his way up the Po Valley, Stephan avoided known dangers to the west by heading north to the Rheingau. Pursued into France by the forces of a treasure-hunting prince, he was forced to make a stand in the mountains of Reims. Though able to dispose of his foes, he was fatally wounded. Bravely, he continued to his destination, the Bérentoire Preceptory, handed the relic to the master of the chapter, then died. The order changed its name to Saint-Stéphan, in honor of the brave knight, and relocated to Paris.
It's like a fairy tale. Good grief.
I'm going to head for Montfaucon to look for clues. Nico?
You go without me, George. Andre and I will see if we can work out the exact location in Egypt.
Right. Well, I'll see you soon then.
Off you go, George.
I was back in Montfaucon Square after all these years. Beneath the cobbles lay a hidden world of ancient waterways and catacombs, some of it built by the Knights Templar as a meeting place and sanctuary. Once again, I was going to have to go down there to discover the truth. On the boarded-up door was a notice. Due to local seismic events and out of concern for the safety of our patrons, we will be closed for the foreseeable future.
Hey!
What? Who, me?
What do you think you're doing up there?
Admiring the view. I can see right into your pissoir from here.
Pervert! Get down from there before I call the police.
Okay, I'm coming. Hi, how are you?
Alive, thank God.
I know the feeling. Nice view of Montfaucon Square you've got here.
What's the point of a view when life's not worth a sou?
Hey, you're not one of those crazy hip-happening street poets, are you?
Don't be ridiculous, monsieur. I look after a pissoir.
So what do?
I'm a brain surgeon. What do you think?
I think you look after this pissoir.
Zut alors! No flies on you, monsieur.
As long as I don't go in there.
And just what is that supposed to mean? Huh?
Whoa, my mistake. I backed off. It's a well-known fact that toilet attendants account for the majority of homicides in France. Must be the bleach blocks. You take pride in your work?
This pissoir is the cleanest and most hygienic in all France.
That must take a lot of dedication.
Yes, sir. In this job, the harder you work, the more other people just pass water upon your efforts.
I know the feeling. Any good gutters around here?
Quoi? A gutter?
Yeah, a common roadside gutter. I need to whiz, lady.
A whiz? What is this whiz, monsieur? Mon Dieu! You mean you wish to... in a gutter? Why, in the name of all that is hygienic, do you want to use a gutter? When there is a perfectly clean pissoir here.
That might pass for clean in the old world, lady. But I'd rather whiz in a gutter any day.
This is an outrage. I shall investigate.
You do that. You never know when you might need a length of rope. In the open tool bag, I could see a sewer key.
Hey, monsieur! Leave those tools alone!
Me? Oh, I was just admiring them.
Well, do it from further away!
In the open tool bag, I could see a sewer key.
Mon Dieu! So help me! Hey! Alphonse! What do you think you're
While the
doing,
workman was
idiot?
looking the other way, I borrowed his sewer key. Funny, every time I get involved in saving the world, I turn into a kleptomaniac.
Look, Alphonse! I am tired of arguing with you! Just be sure it doesn't happen again, huh?
I was an old hand with sewer keys. With only the faintest shudder of déjà vu, I prepared once again to get intimate with the Parisian sewers. Come on, you piece of... I couldn't understand it. I'd once lifted this very manhole easily. Perhaps I'd let myself go.
Hey, monsieur, that's not my sewer key by any chance.
No! What do you take me for?
You just happen to carry one around with you.
Of course. Doesn't everybody?
Sure. Anyway, you're wasting your time. That cover was welded down years ago, during the Sieur Jacques Panique.
Great. If I wanted to shift that cover, it'd take something a whole bunch stronger than me. Hey, you! I'd seen dead people with more life in them than this guy. Hi, how you doing?
Ça va? As long as we don't have another earthquake.
Well, you should be safe here, by the old church.
You're joking. Look at it.
But it's medieval.
Medieval? Shoddy, you mean? Should be torn down and replaced with something modern.
Really?
Something nice in concrete and steel. Built to be earthquake-proof.
You think there's gonna be more quakes?
Of course. And look at all that rubble. The thing's a death trap. Wait a minute. You seem very familiar to me, monsieur.
Me? Oh, I doubt it.
But of course. You're the guy who gave me that racing tip.
Oh, right, so I am.
That horse made a fortune for me. Turned my whole life around.
Guess I'm just a natural.
It's a gift, monsieur. A gift.
But how come you're still digging up roads?
I've got my own company now, monsieur. And a drill. See? Not a pick. If you have any more tips like that one...
You'll be the first to know. What exactly are you doing here?
These damned earthquakes are screwing everything up. There's plenty of stuff underground needs fixing after that last shock.
So you're digging a hole for the utilities guys to get to the damage?
That's it. And the sooner we're out of here, the happier I'll be.
You said we. I don't see anybody else working.
My workmate, Alphonse, is snoring up a storm in the cab of my truck.
Why isn't he helping you?
Medical exemption. He's got a piece of paper from his doctor saying he is clinically seismophobic.
He's afraid of earthquakes?
Just so, monsieur.
And you believe it?
You can't argue with a piece of paper, can you?
So, how did you end up with this Alphonse guy?
Positive discrimination. We have to take on a set number of cowardly idiots every year.
I didn't have the horsepower to lift that cover, but I knew something that did.
Hey! What are you doing?
Just setting something up. You'll love this.
You've anchored the van.
Let me ask you a hypothetical question. Your driver
Alphonse, damn his cowardly liver.
is scared of earthquakes, right? What would he do if there was an earthquake right now?
He'd slam the truck into gear and get out of here like... Oh,
That's right. With a manhole following him home.
he would never live it down.
Is that a bad thing?
No, that's what sells your crazy scheme to me.
Earthquake! Earthquake!
Magnifique! I don't know what I'll tell the insurance people, monsieur, but it was worth it.
Sprinkling sunshine into people's lives. I guess that was what I lived for. But right now, the sewer beckoned. This archway had been bricked up, and not that long ago either. No mystery there. I was the one who wrecked the original in the first place. The wall was well built and very, very solid. I left the ancient archway alone. There was a faint inscription, but the decaying plaster made it almost impossible to read. I could make out some medieval French and some Latin, but not enough to squeeze out any meaning. The inscriptions in the arches probably once told the truth about the extermination of the Templars. Like a lot of truths, time had blurred it. A big, spooky skull stared out at me. The mouth looked out of proportion. I didn't like the idea of putting my hand in the skull's mouth. But hey, what the heck? I was only risking mutilation. No blade took my hand off at the wrist, and no spider bit me, for which I was very grateful. But there was nothing in there to help me either. The skull's mouth had the same shape as the stone cylinder. Aha! I could write a book on secret doors. I really could.